Question 418. What is the significance of the child in a marriage?
A child is a creature and a gift of God, which comes to earth through the love of his parents. True love leads to a child being conceived because true love is open to life rather than a couple choosing to remain together without children. A child that has been conceived and born is not something made, nor is he the sum of his paternal and maternal genes. He is a completely new and unique creature of God, equipped with his own soul. As Saint Teresa of Calcutta, Mother Teresa, said, "Every child is precious. Every child is a creature of God. The child, therefore, does not belong to the parents and is not their property.
Question 419. How many children should a Christian married couple have?
A Christian married couple has as many children as God gives them and as they can take responsibility for. All children whom God sends are a grace and a great blessing. That does not mean that a Christian couple is not supposed to consider how many children they can raise responsibly, given the health of each spouse and their economic or social situation. When a child comes, nevertheless, that child should be welcomed with joy and willingness and accepted with great love. By trusting in God, many Christian couples find the courage to have a large family.
Question 420. May a Christian married couple regulate the number of children they have?
Yes, a Christian married couple may and should be responsible in using the gift and privilege of transmitting life. Sometimes social, psychological, and medical conditions are such that in the given circumstances, an additional child would be a big, almost superhuman challenge for the couple. Hence, there are clear criteria that the married couple must observe. First, if a couple realizes they need to regulate births, they need to make sure they're avoiding conception for a valid reason. For example, financial, psychological, or medical conditions, instead of principle. That means a couple can't decide to avoid having children because they just don't want to have children. Second, a couple needs to make sure that the reason to control how many children is not for selfish reasons. Third, external coercion, for example, the state deciding how many children a couple should have, must not be the reason for regulating how many children a couple has. Fourth, the decision to regulate births does not mean any and every means may be used, like contraception.
Question 421. Why are all methods of preventing the conception of a child not equally good?
The Church recommends the refined methods of self-observation and natural family planning, NFP, as methods of deliberately regulating conception. These are in keeping with the dignity of man and woman. They respect the innate laws of the female body. They demand mutual affection and consideration, and therefore are a school of love. There are two ways to prevent conception of a child. One way is to actively change a woman's fertility through different methods. And the other way is to pay attention to a woman's natural alternation of fertile and infertile days through her cycles. Now, why is this so important to the Church? The Church pays careful attention to the order of nature and notices a deep meaning to that particular order within nature, since it is from God's design. As a result, the Church cannot be indifferent to which method a couple uses in order to avoid having a child. The method that the Church endorses is called natural family planning, NFP, because it is completely natural, ecological, holistic, healthy, and an exercise in partnership for a couple using NFP. The methods the Church rejects are artificial contraception, such as chemical methods like the pill, mechanical methods, for example, condom, intrauterine device, IUD, and surgical methods like sterilization. This topic tends to confuse people greatly because the world, as well as many doctors, say these methods are perfectly acceptable. However, the Catholic Church does not support these methods for several reasons. First, the artificial contraception separates the sexual act from the potential to procreate, to create life by having children. As a result, that blocks the ability for a couple to completely give of themselves to each other. That then leads to another reason why the Church does not support artificial contraception. It can be dangerous to a woman's health and possibly cause women to have an abortifacient effect, which means to have a very early abortion when pregnant. That can also then lead to the final reason. Artificial contraception can have a negative effect on a couple's love life. If you feel you want to learn more about artificial contraception and what the Church has to say about it, you should either read or ask your local priest to explain Pope St. Paul VI's encyclical called Humanae Vitae.
Hi, I'm Katie Locus. This is my sign name. I'm from the Archdiocese of Kansas City in Kansas. Thank you so much for watching our video this week. Hope to see you again next week. Bye!